It's Friday night, a special Jabo stream. Oh, that's right, this ain't just a dream. Listen at home or riding in your car. Don't be shocked, because I gotta drop bars. Just a bit outside radio show live on the air, live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Thanks for joining us on this crazy Friday Jabo stream. You got Mark, you got Keisha.
Hey, yo, man. Hey, Mark gonna make me step my game up out here, boy. I didn't know he had that up in him.
Hey.
You know, I should have known you had a little something simmering, because that post you made today, it was very melodic.
You were the inspiration for that, let me just say.
That was nice, man. That was nice.
Thank you.
Hey, guys, like my man Mark said, I'm Keisha, and this is Just a Bit Outside tonight, coming at you on Friday. I know a lot of y'all are a little hungover from yesterday's festivities for Cinco de Mayo, so what better way to spend your Friday night watching the game and listening to your two favorite people talk about sports, man? So let's get right into it. Mark, I'm going to jump around. I'm going to do this a little unconventional today.
All right.
Because we have a game about to start right now. I mean, I'm looking, and they're literally lining up to tip off. And that's right, we're talking about the Eastern Conference NBA playoffs, semifinals between the Miami Heat and, he got the mask on. Okay, between the Miami Heat and the Philadelphia 76ers. And speaking about the mask, of course, if you've been following, we all know that Joel Embiid who is currently down 2-0, Mark.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's been a lot of trash talk. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say trash talk. I'm going to say a lot of criticism on the Philadelphia side by way of James Harden. Folks are saying he hasn't been playing up to his potential. Mark, do you think he really needs to step it up for this Game 3 to help the 76ers get that win?
I mean, someone's got to.
Yeah.
It's funny, like, you know, tonight's games, both teams, both have teams that are up 2-0. And they seem kind of decisive already. Like, you know, it's only 2-0, you don't want to go too early. But, and then the other games that will be tomorrow night, like, they're 1-1, they're tied, and seem a whole lot more even. But, as much as I love Philly, and, like, for years we've been talking about them, I just can't see them overcoming. I don't know.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm all about the quote unquote destiny.
Yes.
And it just seems like to me that the Miami Heat are a team of destiny. I mean, even without Jimmy Butler, I think he was out that first game, correct? I just knew that Philly was going to take the early lead in the series, and they just weren't able to pull that thing out, man. And, you know, as far as the criticism of James Harden, yes, he needs to step up. Also, just thinking about the situation as a whole, right? I mean, they did have a little time to play together, but, you know, the playoffs, that's a whole different thing, man.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You know? And the teams that have that cohesiveness and have been grinding together all season, I feel like they have the advantage with getting the job done. I mean, did we not see that with the Dallas Mavericks playing like freaking awesome without Luka Doncic in the first round? I mean, it was like unheard of, you know? So, I mean, I just feel like, that cohesiveness, that level of cohesiveness that they're missing is ultimately going to be the detriment of the Philadelphia 76ers. And it's just so crazy because if you really look at them on paper, they're stacked, yo.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, we've been talking about them for years.
Right. So, you know, we got, like I said, we got Jimmy Butler jamming. He's back jamming on the mic. You got the sixth man of the year on the Heat in Tyler Hero. Who are you taking for tonight, Mark?
Oh, the Heat, for sure.
You taking the Heat?
Yeah, I think the Heat's going to do it.
Fun. Major Keisha's going with the Philadelphia 76ers. Why? Because they have to win this game tonight. They have to. They have to. There is no way they're going to be able to rebound from 3-0. I mean, we're already, 1.5, 2 minutes into the game. James Harden is going to the line. It looks like he's trying to be a little bit more aggressive in this game. And, they're really going to need, what I really think needs to happen is for Harden and Embiid to get on that same page, man. I mean, this is the city of brotherly love, right? I mean, we should be seeing oops. We should be seeing, all types of ball movement, fantastic plays. I mean, they really have to get that going in order to even have a chance tonight against the Heat. And I think they can get it done.
Embiid needs to show, why those 76ers put their faith in him and chose to keep him over everyone else, They shipped plenty of people out and had him as part of big duos, but they stuck with him, and he's got to show that he's worth that confidence.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised. Earlier in the day, they were I was getting notifications they weren't even sure he's going to play. So
yeah. I don't know if that was a strategy thing. Lord, he just flew to the ground. Oh man, you can't help but think Miami. They're already known to be a defensive tough team, but they're going to turn it up a notch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I'm not trying to say they're going to be out there trying to injure Embiid, but they're damn sure going to make it hard for him. He's been out of the last 2 games. That it's going to take him a few minutes to get back into that rhythm.
Yep.
And I don't care what anybody says. When you're a player and you get injured, and when you're back out on that court that first game, you're a little hesitant. I'm not going to say scared, but you're a little hesitant. And with something like a fractured bone in your face,
yeah.
You got to think that Joel might not be going as hard as he normally does.
Yeah, I was watching the Heat game the other day, and Sapolsky, their coach.
Yeah,
Spoelstra, yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy to me because I was watching that game, and you think back to when the days with LeBron and the Big Three and everything. And he was just, so young and everything. He's still young, don't get me wrong. But, he looks like a hardened badass now. And, he's ready to, get these guys. He knows where they got last year, unexpected. And they have bigger expectations this year. And, I was like, this dude's, he's got this team whooped into shape.
Yeah, and not only that, another more alarming thing, he's out-coaching Doc Rivers, dude. Which is also surprising to me. Because we know what Doc Rivers brings. He has an illustrious career. But, I got to say it. Doc Rivers got to be second-guessing himself right now.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And I'm even going to go as far as to say, dude might even be thinking, doesn't want to do this shit anymore. You know what I'm saying? Especially with all of the drama that has gone down. That also puts a little wear and tear on the spirit. You feel me? It just seems like, and Mom and Dad, if you're listening, I'm sorry. It just seems like a clusterfuck going on right now up there in Philly.
Yeah.
For real. And, I'm calling on all my prayer warriors out there. Major Keish is taking this tonight as the easy money pick. I put the money up. So, shimala, shimamamala. Hopefully everything comes through tonight. So, outsiders, if you're listening out there tonight, feel free to put your pick up for tonight's game between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Miami Heat. We'll definitely shout you out as we normally do, man. Definitely. All right, so let's bounce back to the realm, to the Jabbo realm, if you will. First and foremost, man, let's give one of our dedicated listeners a shout out for a major accomplishment today.
I was just
Mark, you want to take that one, man? Go ahead, go for it.
Yeah, we got the professor on the feed, and
big
ceremony go down for him today. Honors graduation ceremony, I guess, and big shout out and congratulations, man. That's hard work. Be proud of yourself.
Hell yeah. And I'm gonna have to say that's the first come through of the night, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Hell yeah, congratulations, man. Congratulations, Harry, really. Also, okay, so let's do what's going on around town. I guess I'm gonna take the first one,
Okay.
Mark. This past weekend was the Maryland Film Festival. We was back live and in person. You guys know if you've been following throughout the years that this is an event that I volunteer for every year, and it has not been in person. It has been virtual the past 2 years due to pandemic, but this was the first year since 2019 that we had everybody back into the theater, man. And I had to say that the film festival was a success.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, man. And even still, with the 2 year hiatus and everything, the film festival continues to grow, man. I mean, one of the surprising stats for the weekend, if you will, was that they had over 900 submissions
Jesus.
for the film festival this year. Yes, the viewing committee, because I mean 900 films—that's a lot, yo.
Yeah.
And that includes shorts also. It consisted of, I believe, 46 people, which has been the most that I've ever known it to be since I joined the team.
Now, are those mostly local, or are there people from outside the area too?
Oh man, outside the area as well.
I mean,
Yeah.
because our film festival is awesome and everything, but it's not like Toronto or Sundance or something. Like 900 submissions is amazing to me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's just a testament to how popular it's starting to become. And film people are very interesting and eclectic people. And I think one of the things about the festival, is that Baltimore lends itself to the quirky. Especially in the Station North area, in the arts, well, what they're trying to call the Arts and Design District now.
Yeah.
Last Saturday, I was volunteering up at Micah, which is Micah partners up with the Maryland Film Festival and Parkway group to provide venues for the festival. And there was a gentleman who had put on a film there. I should have got his name, but he literally got off the plane from Thailand and came straight to the venue.
Wow.
Yeah, to introduce his film. And, another one of the cool things about the film festival is that for most of the films, the filmmaker or some type of representative from the film is on deck to, one, introduce the film, and two, for a little Q&A session afterwards. So so when you say is it majority local, I would probably say like half and half, man. Because I mean, we had people coming from not just all over the country, but all over the world, man. And the event was a major success. One of the highlights of the weekend is actually a hot topic right now, and it's being aired on HBO. It's a series about the BCPD, Baltimore City Police Department, and I believe it's called We Own the City.
Yes.
They showed the first episode of the series at the film festival, and a lot of people were saying a lot of good things. I heard it was really good. Now, Mark, I know that you were able to catch some of the series. You watched the first episode, right?
The first two that are out.
First two.
Yeah.
Okay, even better. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet, but just judging from the first two episodes, what you've seen so far, I mean, what do you think?
Man, I am blown away. So it's
It's really
the gun trace task force, that whole scandal, one of the biggest scandals in American police, probably not too far behind like the Rampart division in LA, which was like the biggest.
Yeah.
And it's how they pretty much owned the city. Like they were setting up criminals and everything, placing drugs, placing guns on people, just to just to line their own pockets in some places. The death of Detective Sean Suter was in relation to them. Like, he was set to testify against them when he died. He is in the show. I don't know how far the show's going to take it if it ends before his death or if they show it. But like, I'm blown away. Like, the acting is amazing.
Really good.
Names, they have what's that homie's name? They got John Bernthal, which like he was on The Walking Dead. He was the Punisher, and like his character's not a good character. He plays it so amazingly well, man. And
man, I love him. I love him anyway. You know,
he does a pretty good Baltimore accent too.
Oh my God! I'll definitely be able to look out for that when I watch this weekend.
Oh yeah. Like, if I remember right, his line's like the first line in the whole damn thing. So you're like, oh wow. Josh Charles, I think that's the dude. He's been in a whole bunch of stuff, and I think he has Baltimore connections, if I remember right. Oh, you know what? After I finished watching it, when the second episode was rolling, like it ended and the credits were rolling, I saw like Gabrielle Cateris' name from 90210, and I didn't recognize the show, but yeah, she's on there. Like,
that was the one that played Andrea, right?
Yeah, and her name
with the glasses.
Yeah, and I looked it up. Her character's name in the show is Andrea too.
She wanted to make sure y'all remembered who the hell she was.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And a few years ago we had, and this is for all of our 410ers, a few years ago we had a young aspiring rapper on the show by the name of Young Moose. And I believe, he is on the series, and they will be telling his story and his particular experience with the BCPD. So I am very interested and anxious to see that particular episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I mean, shout out to Moose, man. I mean, real cool guy. Really determined, and to be able to break through so much opposition and obstacles, and to come out on this series and be able to tell his story. It's way cool, way cool.
Congratulations to him on that.
Hell yeah, and y'all already know Major Key, she's working hard to see if she can get him to call in. Hopefully, his people, I mean, he's getting kind of big now. Hopefully, his people will respond to me soon. I've reached out earlier this week, so hopefully within the next couple of weeks, we'll be able to have him on for a few minutes and talk about his experience on set and his contribution to such from what I'm hearing, an amazing series.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So that's, We Own the City, and that's through HBO, right? Yeah.
HBO Max, yeah.
Yeah. Legit. Second come through. And that was 410 official, for real. And definitely, and big shout out and congratulations to the squad, the board with the Maryland Film Festival, man. And another shout out to, 410's own John Waters. We talk about him very often. He was in the building opening night when I was volunteering.
Nice.
In all of his freakish glory. And it is always nice to talk to him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he sometimes he appears a little standoffish and rude, but he's really a cool dude.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah. All right, let's keep it going. And this is 410 official again, and a little personal. We're talking about comebacks and everything. I'm going to talk about my own little comeback. Major Keach is back out on the softball diamond with her softball team, Lady Mafia. It's been 3 years for me, man, and let me just tell you, I played my first game about 2 weeks ago, and I'm still feeling the effects of getting back out there on the field with my girls, man. But it's been a lot of fun. It's been really wild. Let me let y'all know, Major Keach is playing first base because, that's where all old, out of shape people go when they're at that stage in their career, right? All the old heads.
But that means
I'll be out there. What'd you say?
That means they still need your bat.
Oh Oh yeah, no, I had the perfect comparison for you, dog. I got the perfect comparison for you. I mean, dude's not old, but if you will, I'd like to say that I'm a Vlad Guerrero, Trey Mancini kind of mix, if you will. I can still, I'm out of shape, but I can still stretch it out for them balls a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I be out there scooping them up, dog, scooping them up. And I got to shout out, and this is another come through for my squad, Lady Mafia, man. First game, first inning, we were able to turn a double play, dog.
Nice.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, I was totally not ready for that shit, Mark. Like, there was it was a ground ball hit. We had a runner on first. Ground ball hit to the shortstop. Shortstop flipped the ball to second baseman. And as soon as the ball got to second base, I looked at this girl's face. I was like, oh my God, she is about to try to turn this double play. And Mark, that's not even the funniest part, dude. Funniest part was I was legit on first base screaming, no, don't throw it.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. Shorty threw that joint anyway, and we made it, man. I mean, my coach, who was just meeting me for the first time, was like freaking ecstatic, but everybody was like cracking up because I literally was screaming top of my lungs like, don't do it, because I just knew that it was so early in the game. And, sometimes, I mean, you see it in Major League Baseball, man. Sometimes teams get a little fluttered, and when you're trying to, hit a baseman really quickly in them split decisions, sometimes them balls sail, man. And I've seen it a few times this year in the Major League, man. But we was able to turn that double play, and it felt really good. It felt really good, man. I was back, man. I was ready for everything after that.
When are the games?
Games are okay. So anybody, this is for our 410s and in the DMV area, if you want to come check it out, it's a women's league at Druid Hill Park. So this is it's just fully 410 through Baltimore City, and the games are on Sunday afternoons. We usually start between 2 and 3, and if you want to come out, and I gotta say it, man, watch some hot ladies knock some balls around. I don't know if that gets some of you excited or not, but we got it out there. And one of the fun things about it is the spectatorship.
Yeah.
Man, I got to be honest with you. There was at least 50 people out there watching our games.
That's awesome.
Yeah. One of the things that I had missed and I really enjoyed is that a lot of the women's teams have what you call brother teams that play softball as well. And, the fellas come out. They come out to watch us. We have a lot of camaraderie, decent relationship with a lot of the guys that play in the men's league. And, everybody, sets up their drinks. They had the music jamming, man, and it really is a good time.
Sweet.
Yeah, it really is a good time. Quick update for you guys. Man, Philly trying to come through. They trying to make a statement here. It looks like, yep, that's right. Score is 16-8 favoring the Philadelphia 76ers. So we'll see if they'll be able to keep that pace.
Still early.
Yeah. So I said there's 3 minutes left in the first, man. And so yeah, we'll keep you abreast of that as the show goes along. All right, so we're talking about softball. Might as well talk about let's give a little love to the home team. Talking about the Orioles, and we are about 6 weeks into the season. And I just wanted to give a few minutes to critique how they have done thus far. How you feeling about our birds, man?
Pretty good. I'd say it's about what I expected so far. They got the talent. They're just trying to figure out their spot. Pitching, I think, has been better than expected.
Oh yeah. That was one of my main points that I wanted to talk about.
Even with John Means going down, it hasn't gone down so much.
Yeah, right. So since you said that, let's go ahead and do our first WTF moment of the week. John Means done. Tommy John surgery. Isn't that again? Is it the second time?
Yeah. I think it's his first for him.
Oh, it's his first? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Last year it was like a shoulder injury, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and man, like, tough break for John Means and the Orioles. One of our, I guess I'd call it, preview of the season shows we talked about how excited we were to have him back, man, because, I mean, he was really just starting to pick up steam with his career and everything, you know? Yeah. And, major blow for the Baltimore Orioles and Brandon Hyde, who had, some pretty high expectations in that aspect in regards to the rotation.
Oh yeah, they don't have like a true ace, but he was definitely the ace in that bullpen.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But going back to the Orioles and evaluating the first 5-6 weeks, man, next come through of the night, the pitching has, to me, I mean, I gotta give it like a B. Yeah, a B for real. Definitely. And you guys, give me a few minutes because you're probably like, oh man, they still suck and everything like that. It's not even about that. This is about comparing last year to this year. Yeah. And I have seen several areas of improvement. Okay? I am seeing some decent, solid efforts from our starters, right? Mm-hmm. And then, like, man, even stronger performances from our bullpen, which was not the case these past 2-3 years. Dog, I mean, how many times did we sing the song of the Orioles kicking ass in the first half or the first 2/3 of the game and then completely dropping that shit in the seventh to ninth inning?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One of the downfalls, which I think is surprising to me, they haven't really been giving the run support that we've been accustomed to. The one thing that we would say about the Orioles was that we would score a lot of runs, but we would give up a lot of runs too.
Yep.
But it just seems like, I don't know, man. The bats and the gloves had a team meeting before the season and said, look, we're gonna switch roles this year. Bats gonna cool off, pitching gonna turn up. I think we might only have one player that is batting 300, if that. Cedric Mullins is like in the mid 200s, like 240, 250, might even be slightly below that. One of the things that Brandon Hyde said in one of the post-game interviews is that the players this season, for some reason, have gotten a little anxious with the decision-making. And what I mean by that is, and I have noticed it, swinging at a lot of first pitches, and swinging often in attempt to, go for the long ball. And, to me, you don't necessarily have to do that when your pitching is holding up.
Yeah, and I remember in those first 2 weeks of the season, they left a lot of guys stranded on base, too.
Yeah.
It was bad.
It's almost as if they're trying to make up for it,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, hopefully, Brandon Hyde and the Orioles will be able to straighten that out as we are now in the month of May and really settled into the season. I said I gave the pitching a B overall. If you take into account the offense, I'm honestly going to give the Orioles, overall, we'll give them a C, man. For real. It hasn't been fantastic, but it has not been horrible. I mean, listen, guys, we're not even in last place in the AL East. Freaking Boston Red Sox. And wow. Because, I mean, there's been a lot of chatter about the Red Sox preseason. There was a lot of chatter. And for us to, I think we might be like a half a game ahead or tied, but due to the tiebreakers or whatever, we are ahead of them. And there are 6 teams beneath us in the major leagues. So, when you're bottom feeders or ocean floor scrapers, you got to be pleased with that, man. as small as it is. I mean, we call them moral victories.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you got to be pleased with it, man. And my hope is that they continue to build on that, and those bats wake up. You know.
Yeah, that's like the one place they gotta tighten up.
Yeah.
And those minor league pieces that we've been eager to see, they might be here sooner than later. Adley Rutschman, he came up from Bowie to Norfolk, so he's with the AAA team now.
Yeah.
And a lot of speculation is he might not be there too long. He might be up with the show with the Orioles pretty quickly, like in the next 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, they've actually been doing a lot of shifting with the players this year already, which I was kind of surprised. I believe Ryan McKenna has been sent up and down a few times. So I have to agree with you, man. I mean, it seems as though Brandon Hyde is not afraid to pull that trigger and is trying to get experimental with things. So we'll see how those things turn out for the O's, man. But to me, I mean, it's a decent start to the season for the Orioles.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah. All right, man. I think we've been jamming for what? About a good 20, 25 minutes. What we're going to do is we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to give y'all a little bit of that real on wrestling. Y'all ain't had that in a minute, but Mark's got a lot to talk about with the AEW, right?
Yeah.
Yep, we're going to talk about the game that's going down later on tonight between Dallas and Phoenix. And, of course, we're going to have some laughs with our Booty Huffs and WTS. So you guys don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few. This is Keisha. That is Mark. And we're just a bit outside.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show. Thanks for joining us live on Facebook, on YouTube. Share that link, share that love. Before we get into the next topic, though, I did have a around town thing for you, Keisha.
Okay.
And it's not just around town; it's around everyone's town.
Oh shit.
As we all know, very nerdy over here. I know you alluded earlier that everyone might be on a hangover from Cinco de Mayo from yesterday, but I'm on a hangover to the big thing that came out this weekend.
Oh yeah, you know I was gonna give you some time. You just gonna take the time. That's my man. Let's do it.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness opens today. Last night was the preview night, and if there's a theater by you, there's gonna be plenty of showings. I promise you. And I also promise you that if you're a fan of of Marvel, if you're a fan of Sam Raimi, the director, you're gonna love this damn movie.
Really?
Yeah. It was an amazing flick. I can't wait to go see it again. Probably gonna go check it out again Sunday. I know you're gonna go see it this weekend too, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
It's something to behold. But something that's really cool that's been going on for years and years and years, and they usually try to match it up with the first big comic book movie of the year. Comic book shops around the country participate every year. That's Free Comic Book Day. It's tomorrow. You go down to a comic book shop, they'll have a whole bunch of free comics for you to check out. Marvel probably have something to do with Doctor Strange. They usually try to tie it into the big movie that's opening. But this weekend, check out Doctor Strange. Check out Free Comic Book Day. Pretty much any comic book local.
Yeah, I know my girl Wanda is in the joint. Did they pull that all together? Pretty good.
Oh, you know what? Like, to get ready for it, I binge watched WandaVision like last week.
Okay.
Because I was like, I know she's in it, and supposedly like they're connected. I am so glad that I did that and had WandaVision fresh in my head, because I feel like it made it seem much more like it gave me a whole lot more context to the movie. You can go in never having seen WandaVision and probably still appreciate the movie, but knowing what happened in that and having just watched it so fresh, it gave me a whole new perspective on it.
Right.
And how Age of Ultron kind of influenced a whole lot of stuff up to Endgame. I can see where WandaVision and Multiverse of Madness influenced the whole MCU up until the next big crossover, which is heavily hinted in Multiverse of Madness.
Dig it. I guess I'm gonna have to go back and watch that myself, because it's been quite some time since I watched that series. Now, let me ask you this, Mark. Would you have to go back and watch Loki too, or?
Loki, not so much.
Not so much. Okay.
I know Kevin Feige recently said, like, if the things that happened in Loki hadn't happened, like Multiverse of Madness wouldn't be possible.
Right.
I think it's more because of what happens with He Who Remains, Kang the Conqueror, rather than what actually happens, like what you see. It's the fact that it happened, not what you see. But with WandaVision, it's what you see unfold that directly impacts Multiverse of Madness.
Dig it. Out of curiosity, what's your grade for the multiverse?
I'm gonna. Oh, I think Reese isn't listening to me. I'll give it a solid B+. Like,
okay,
it wasn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but the reviews have been mixed. Like, they say it's rushed and everything. I'm like, no, we'll have to get into something a little bit later, because I definitely don't want to give anything away, but I don't think it's rushed, and I think that the special cameos that come on and have perfect amount of screen time and do exactly what they need to do.
Word up. All right, well, there you have it, folks. For all of our Marvel fans, you got the reel from Mark. And speaking about the reel, we're gonna go ahead and do that reel on wrestling, because that's also a piece of what's going on around town, right?
Yeah, it happened this past Wednesday. AEW Dynamite was here in Baltimore. actually Cadensville, the UMBC arena, because
Yep.
they're doing work at the old Royal Farms Arena. Um, but yeah, like AEW, they always put on a really great wrestling show. We had some stuff going on, so I couldn't go to the show, even though tickets were damn near sold out by the time I tried even looking. So that wasn't even worth it. But yeah, AEW puts on such a good product, and got to give them a shout out. I spoke to a gentleman named John through them. We were trying to line up an interview. It just didn't work out, but definitely look forward to working with AEW in the future.
Yeah, and from what I heard, what you were telling me, there was a Raven sighting at the show.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
Good old Coach John Harbaugh was sitting there ringside at AEW. They showed him a few times throughout the night, but they really highlighted him when Brian Pillman Jr. was up in the ring. Brian Pillman's dad, he passed away tragically. I want to say like October of '98.
Okay.
But one thing I never knew was that Brian Pillman Sr. and John Harbaugh were college roommates. Like, that blew my mind.
Small world, man.
Yeah, and Brian Pillman Jr. gave John Harbaugh a shout out and attributed a quote to the coach that said like it's something that impacted him throughout his life and something that he gave the quote. I put a link on the show page. But I have to find that quote again and put that up, just the quote itself. But pretty cool moment for the Ravens there on AEW. Dig
it. I wonder how many people out there was asking them what the hell happened with Hollywood. And second question, are we getting Deebo Samuel? Please, football gods, let something work for us in this off season, please.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be the missing piece, man. If we were able to lock that down and to bring him to the 4-1-0, man, Lamar would have everything he needs. As always, the Ravens drafted very well. There are a lot of people that's really hyped about that center position.
Yes.
And I believe that was our first pick, right?
Second pick.
Second pick. Okay, the first pick was the...
Was he the first? I don't know. Maybe I got him flipped, yeah. Linderman and then the other guy.
Second was, what was he, a safety or a cornerback?
Safety. Yeah.
Safety, right. Well, between those two, there was a lot of happy campers in the bird's nest, yo.
And a lot of national pundits put the Ravens as the best draft class.
Yeah, we know this. Everybody else might know this, but we know this. They always come through, with the draft selection. And the crazy thing is, they draft so well. The veterans and the players that already on the team. Man, it's like you're on notice every season.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if we don't get the bang for your buck, hey, we got somebody that will be able to step up, and we'll get rid of your ass. As far as like salary cap is concerned, the Ravens have some space. I believe we're like 25th out of 32 teams. So they got some money to spend. Who are they going to spend it on? Who knows? Some people are saying they're saving it for Lamar. I don't know. I don't think that thing's going to get done. But I'm hoping. Again, I got to say it again. I'm hoping for Deebo Samuel, man. Yeah. I'm hoping because he's worth it. He's worth it. He's very Anquan Bolden-esque.
And he wants.
We've been missing that.
He wants out of San Francisco, so make it happen.
Yeah. I forgot to even make that connection. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So. Yeah, man, shout out to John for coming out to that show, and, shout out to the Ravens squad. That was another come-through, man, with excellent drafting during draft week.
Yeah, for sure. And
hell yeah.
I was upset when I heard the news that Hollywood left, but he wanted out, which actually should speak volumes on Greg Roman's system, but let's not even go there right now.
Oh, my God, I'm about to say, not even say that name.
EDC took that and got a first round pick and flipped that to an amazing pick. So, EDC doing everything right draft night.
Dig it. Dig it. All right, let's get to some laughs. Do we have any booty huffs? Do we have any booty huffs for the night?
Yeah, let me pull this up real quick.
Okay.
Kind of a booty huff. So I don't know if you saw last week or so, Draymond Green, Warriors.
Oh yeah.
He had a little bit of sign language for the Memphis crowd.
He took the Kyrie route.
Oh, I got something on Kyrie too, but so Draymond, he was asked about flipping them off, and he was honest. And I got to tell you, like, it's kind of a booty huff, kind of a WTF, maybe even a little bit of a come through too, because he was honest. In response, he says, "It felt really good to flip them off. I make $25 million a year. I should be just fine."
Hey, man, you know how I feel about crowds and how they treat the players.
Yes.
I'm not going to chastise him, even though, he's not one of my favorite people of the NBA.
Yeah.
And he has his moments. I mean, hell, first game of the series with Memphis, he tried to take somebody's head off and got put out the game like in the first quarter or something. I was like, what a dumbass. But, I got to back him on this one, man, because I know how these fans are, and it seems like it's getting worse every year. And why is it getting worse every year? Because the players are really starting to retaliate. I mean, it's like a knee-jerk decision.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, flip the bird, man. If they disrespect you and everything like that, you get paid to play basketball. You don't get paid to take abuse. Now, that's my stance on it, like it or not.
Through that first round of the playoffs, there was 5 or 6 people that stormed the court. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, and they really got to get a handle on that, man.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, I don't have a booty huff. Do you have another booty huff for tonight?
Oh, this is straight booty huff. And you just mentioned his name, Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
So, NBA, it's its 75th anniversary, right?
Yeah.
They dropped their 75th anniversary team, 75 players. Kyrie was not on that list. And his quote, I found some quotes if you couldn't tell. He says, "I felt like I deserved to be on that top 75 list, and simply because I'm part of the revolution of this game."
Now, my young listeners, they ain't gonna like this, what I'm about to say, but it's the God honest truth.
You think so?
That is entitlement at its absolute finest.
Yeah.
And and the people that were selected for this team, and honestly, there's old school in there, there's new school in there. I'm pretty sure they found his comments laughable.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Laughable, especially the old heads. I don't know what's more outrageous, Ben Simmons seeking to get like $20 million for not playing a single fucking minute, or this guy's, this guy's imagination. Like, I swear to goodness, like, Ben Simmons and Kyrie Irving, even though I own a pair of Kyries, and I love those damn Nikes to death, but, just what the two most frustrating players of the time. Easily, hands down.
For sure.
And they are both on the same freaking team. Everybody say a prayer for Steve Nash. Because I know he might show up next season ball headed for real. Oh man. Let's move on to some come throughs, man. I got a 410 come through. It has to do with the Orioles. We talked about the Orioles a little bit earlier. We talked about the offense. We talked about the pitching. We didn't say much about the defense, but I'm gonna talk about the defense on this come through. I watched the game. It was Wednesday night, so it was the was it Twins they were playing? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. First of all, they came through with a big win. Score ended up being 9-4. But the most impressive thing to me was the defense of the Orioles. And we talked about my squad, Lady Mafia, turned in a double play in the first inning. On Wednesday, the Orioles, I believe they turned 5 or 6 double plays in that game, dog.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean it was really, really good. We got this guy. I believe he came to us last year, Mateo. He seems to be coming into his own this season, man, and he's really been playing really well on that left hand side of the field and in the infield, shortstop. And the guys, they've really been coming through. And to turn 1 or 2 double plays in the major league is impressive. But 5 or 6. I mean, I stopped counting at 5. It's great. It's awesome. And if you think about it, I mean, that's 10 outs on 5 plays.
Yeah.
At the minimum. Big, huge help for the team. So hopefully that trend will continue with the Orioles, man. Big ups and major come through for the Orioles in that aspect. You have a come through for tonight?
Yeah, I got to come through.
Cool.
WNBA, they're going to be honoring Brittany Griner.
Yes.
They announced. It's such a sad situation. She's still over there. The U.S. has finally classified her as a political prisoner or something like that. But good look on the WNBA for taking some sort of stance on that.
Yeah, I believe every court will be displaying her number or some type of insignia on the court.
Something like that, yeah.
In reference to solidarity for her situation. And, yeah, man, we got to spend some more time on this next week because I have a couple of thoughts that I feel like if I say these thoughts, it's just going to open up a huge can of worms and we're running out of time. But I mean, it's so sad and disappointing on so many levels.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, even with, gosh, I believe, it's up to what, 70? Is it 70 or 80 days she's in there now?
It's got to be because it was February. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, way longer than what I expected. I mean, I don't know what you expected, Mark, but, just a really unfortunate situation for someone that has contributed so much to the WNBA brand and to the sport of basketball, as in general.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, we still continue to pray for her and her family. And this is a little close to you, too, because we all know she plays for the Phoenix Mercury.
Yeah. So
there's a lot of people down there in Arizona that is prayed up, man, and we just got to keep that love flowing for her, man, because it's really a trying time for her and her family.
Oh, yeah. Just, I know the U.S. was able to secure a serviceman that was being held prisoner there and bring him home. And that's awesome for him, and just hope that they can do the same for her soon.
Absolutely. All right, let's round this show out. WTF. You got any WTFs for tonight?
No, I'm good. I think, yeah.
I'm going to keep mine very short and sweet because we ain't going to get into politics on here, but this whole Roe versus Wade situation, again, Mom and Dad, I am sorry, but what the fuck?
Agreed.
And I think that's how we're going to end this show. You cool with that, man?
I am perfectly fine with that.
All right, well, you know how we end this show? Baltimore spread love, yo. We are still in a pandemic, and, unfortunately, it seems like the numbers are starting to creep up again, so I'm going to keep saying it till I can't say it no more. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands, wash your ass. Double wash your hands. That's all we got for tonight. We thank you for tuning in with us on this rainy Friday. We know it's the weekend. Oh, yes, to all of our mothers out there, near and far.
Yes.
from Mark and Keisha, I'm gonna Happy Mother's Day to you.
Oh, see, I start dropping bars, and you got to end it dropping bars.
Hey man, we are so fucking talented on this show. Alright man, I'm Keisha. That's Mark on the other end of the line. This is Just a Bit Outside. Y'all have a great weekend.